As the entity's sorrowful words resonated within Daniel's mind, he felt a pull, an allure toward the darkness, as if the very essence of the house was wrapping around him like fragile lace. The whispers morphed into a symphony of longing and lament, wooing him deeper into their embrace. With each pulse of sound, he remembered the faces of those who had come before him, lost souls drawn to a promise that now echoed in the musty air. The house, once a sanctuary of solace, had transformed into a vessel of endless yearning, an insatiable hunger for devotion that it could no longer provide. Daniel's heartbeat synchronized with the chanting, drawing him into a trance where time began to unravel. He couldn't distinguish past from present, nor could he remember a world outside these decaying walls. Every nerve whispered to him, urging him to take that final step forward, to cross into the realm where lost souls found salvation in servitude. In that fragile moment, Daniel felt the weight of the house's history pressing down on him, an echoing plea from the shadows of the past. The chants swirled like tendrils of smoke, weaving complex patterns that pulled at his very essence, urging him to surrender. An image flickered in his mind, the pastor, arms raised, a spirit woven into the fabric of time, each word uttered a piece of his fate entwined with this haunting place. Gritting his teeth, he forced a gasp, desperately fighting against the magnificent spell that beckoned him to join the chorus of the lost. But every refusal felt feeble against the crescendo of yearning. The very foundation of the praying house trembled, as if each prayer was a brick being laid, adding weight to Daniel's choice. With a final surge of defiance, he shouted, "I am not yours." Yet, the moment his voice pierced the air, a powerful silence enveloped him. The whispers stilled, and all that remained was the heavy stillness, pulsating like a heartbeat within the walls. Daniel sensed the gaze of countless souls around him, their expectations hanging in the air, a tension thick enough to choke him. The emptiness that followed was more terrifying than the furious chorus, leaving him trembling. Had he truly escaped the lure, or was he merely a momentary flicker of resistance against the consuming darkness? Doubt gnawed at his resolve, and he squeezed his eyes shut, wishing for the light. When he reopened them, an ethereal glow illuminated the room, emanating from the figure, whose presence had shifted from threatening to mournful. "You are not free, but you can still choose," it whispered, its voice intertwining sorrow with hope. Uncertainty clawed at Daniel's heart as he stood before the void, teetering on the edge of temptation and terror, the weight of the house's agonized prayers pressing down upon him. With a deep breath, he prepared for whatever came next, determined to reclaim his soul. Daniel's heart raced, the figure's words reverberating through him like a haunting melody. He took a tentative step forward, the wooden floor creaking underfoot, begging for his weight. "What choice do I have?" he implored, his voice barely escaping the clutches of despair as he searched the void for any semblance of humanity. The figure remained silent, its dark presence a stark contrast against the flickering light. "Do I join the prayers, or do I stand alone?" The air thickened, and the pulse of energy surged through him, as if the very house was weighing his resolve against the prayers of the departed. The whispers returned, softer now, each word wrapped in a fragile thread of compassion, coaxing him to understand the gravity of his decision. With a shuddering breath, Daniel felt a flicker of resolve spark within him, illuminating the darkness briefly. "I cannot abandon my past," he declared, his voice firm yet quaking with conviction. "I choose to remember, to bear witness, not to blindly follow." The house trembled in response, the air alive with a mixture of relief and despair as the entity's mournful gaze seemed to soften. "Then bear witness you shall," it whispered, the sorrow entwined with newfound respect.